What up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap, so coming back at you with another pick a card reading, and today we're looking at what makes you so likable. Why do people fall in love with you? Why do people like you? What is it about your own unique energy that makes people find you to be useful for them? Keep it real simple. Also, I'm switching up the format for you. Surprise, it's just because. I know some of y'all want to see the cards, so we're gonna go that route today. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you what you are picking from the 3 piles. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do that. You know, we have fun over here. Like the video if you do that. If you do actually like it. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk you to death. So yeah, go ahead and pick out your piles. You can pause the video if you need to. Check the timestamps below, and I will see you at your reading. Bye. For now. What up, pile number 1? If you chose the Hermit Crab and the little glowfish, welcome to your reading. So we're looking into what makes you so lovable. What makes people fall in love with you? What makes people really find you to be valuable, right? And we all have something. We're all been given something. There's something about everybody on this planet that makes us special and unique to the point where people find us useful for certain things. People find us to be helpful, or they just like us for a certain reason, right? So getting into it, you may actually be Geminis, Virgos, especially in the rising sign. You may be like a Gemini rising, Virgo rising, have that placement. You seem to be very mental or very thought-provoking. Here you do have the life lesson of honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. You may actually be pretty brutal with the truth, like heavy-handed with the truth. Like people didn't even ask you for the truth sometimes, but you'll give it. Also see that with the Knight of Swords. You're strong in your convictions. You know what you believe in. You know what you stand for. And you don't really accept anything less from other people. You do have a tendency to kind of be a little bit standoffish because maybe you have kind of stepped on, you kind of maybe hurt people's feelings in the past. You don't ever really want to deal with it. So you kind of just keep to yourself. You know, sometimes it's like if you want my opinion, they'll ask for it type of energy, because you come on strong and you don't really want to mute yourself, but you know that love you or hate you, pretty much pile 1. Other things about you, I have dark chocolate. You may actually be a beautiful dark-skinned individual, melanated individual, brown person. You know, if not, it could just mean that you have more substance. I think of dark chocolate. I think of, you know, it's extra cocoa. It's extra of the stuff that you want, right? If you like chocolate. So it's like, it's extra decadent. It's extra rich. It has a lot more substance. It's not at all shallow. You're not shallow. But what people really do love you for is that you're useful in a crisis. You like in chaos, you seem to thrive. You seem to know exactly what to do. You seem to have all the answers. You can kind of keep a cool head under pressure. It's kind of what I'm getting. You pay attention to everything and you notice everything with this attend to the details last quarter moon and Virgo card. So you're very smart And so you're someone that can you can get on people's nerves sometimes if they're in like party mode, or if they're in like in a state of mind where they don't feel like paying attention or being analytical. But in a crisis, you're the first one they're gonna call. You seem to know how to be strategic as well. I'm gonna pull you one of these affirmations, and then we're gonna get into the tarot. Just the affirmation. For pile number one, what makes people fall in love with them? All right, so you have Archangel Raphael. I tap into the innate healing abilities within in order to realign my emotional, spiritual, and physical bodies. Nature brings me balance. I enjoy and absorb the positive green vibrations of plants, herbs, and essential oils. I remain focused even when the world around me is changing. Yeah, you got real good mental clarity. You're able to connect mentally. You may even be claircognizant. I don't know why I'm getting that, but someone who just kind of knows something. It's a spiritual gift. Kind of like clairvoyance, except instead of seeing visions, you just kind of know stuff, and you don't know why you know stuff. You just get these eureka moments, so to speak. But what makes pile number one so lovable? Why do people fall in love with pile number one? Woo! The Two of Wands. You're good with the plan. You are good with the plan. You have a certain sense of like visionary ability, where you can kind of like see the outcome of something before you even implement it. Like, that's how crazy your brain works, and that's really kind of cool. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. You work best when you're alone. I feel like you are very hardworking, and you don't mind going the slow route for something. You're not as impatient as I kind of wanted to assume that you were. I feel like a lot of y'all aren't. Some of you are impatient as hell, but most of y'all, when it's something that's worth something to you or meaningful for you, you understand that sometimes patience is the key. Patience and consistency. You're very good with patience and consistency, and you're likely to build something out of nothing. We also have the Four of Cups. Also, what makes you lovable is the fact that you don't mind, or you know how to say no. So when you actually do say yes to something, or you accept something, whether it's a favor or whatever it is, it's like people know that it's from your heart, because you don't normally just say yes to everything and anything. You don't have a problem with saying no, and that makes you more valuable. People find that to be a valuable thing, a valuable asset about you. They know that if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't be here. Woo. And we also have the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. You also are service-oriented, or a giver. Your love language is that of making sure that everyone around you is happy. Like, you're honest as hell, but you're not mean. It's like you genuinely are empathic and thoughtful and kind. And especially when you're in a relationship, you're actually kind of hopelessly romantic, so to speak. Even if you don't quite feel like you're good in relationships, you are still very romantic, and you still have an open heart. So I think you'll make somebody very lucky if you haven't already. But this is just a quick kind of little reading about like what makes people love you. Just your own little special, brand of oomph. But sound off in the comments and let me know how this resonated. If you like this, I know y'all want to see the cards sometimes, so I kind of brought out this little format for you. Let me know if you like it. But yeah, until next time, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 2? If you chose the pirate cat, welcome to your reading on what makes you lovable. Why do people like you? Your own unique brand of energy that makes people find you to be useful because of that uniqueness. So off the bat, you you may be a Virgo, Pisces energy, really any of the earth signs. You could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I can see that. But one of your shining qualities is the fact that you are a very hard worker and a go-getter. You have your sights set on something and you go get it. Your energy here is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Perseverance is almost like a gift. Like nothing if not persistent. Even if you're not necessarily like skilled or talented at everything that you try or want to do, you end up being a master at it because you put in the work, you put in the hours, you grind, so to speak. There's something about you like to grind. You could be like a Virgo rising or Virgo moon, but there's also something that's very sensitive about you as well. So you actually could be artistic or very spiritual. It's not just being smart and perseverant and persistent. There's also something very otherworldly about you. You do have full moon in Pisces, which says forgive. There's a certain forgiving quality about you, or like a certain sense of like, live and let live. You don't really hold on to a whole lot when it comes down to grudges. It takes a lot to make you really angry. You just don't want people to get in your way. One of your shining qualities, you have wokeness. You do have wokeness. So you could very well be spiritual, or just kind of like, or on the flip side, be really into conspiracy theories. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Virgo Pisces thing. But also, you can be very awkward. But this is a good thing, because this is all about what makes you likable, what makes people drawn to you, what makes people fall in love with you. There's something about your awkwardness that's actually kind of charming. It's actually kind of charming because it's almost like, it gives me vibes of like, oh, this person is fucking clueless. But like at the same time, it's like, they're so clueless that it's adorable. But it can be cute. I am going to pull you one of these affirmations before we get into the tarot. Just an affirmation to get more into your best quality, what makes people love you. Yeah. All right, so we have Archangel Jophiel. All right, it says, I am a shining star. I focus on all of my good attributes and amplify them. I see my path shining brightly before me. I have the courage to step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I help others as I radiate my magnificence. Bada bing, bada boom. The golden topaz is what that comes from. It's one of my favorite cards and my favorite stones. Is the golden topaz. Beautiful. But let's get into some tarot. What makes pile number 2 so lovable? What makes people like them? Other than the fact that you probably voted most likely to succeed in high school. Come on now. Woo! We have the Knight of Swords, a smart cookie, with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Something about you're not afraid to take risks. You could be a Gemini, by the way, as well, or you have like Gemini in your chart somewhere. But you are very much not afraid to take a risk or make a decision without taking all day about it. Even if the outcome isn't good, you do what you need to get done. Like you bite the bullet. You're the person that people call is like, hey, who's less likely to flinch? You pull the trigger. Not literally. Don't be pulling no triggers on people. That's bad. Don't do that. Dap didn't tell you to do that. But you don't flinch, okay? We also have the Three of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. There's also something about how you boost other people up as well. So you're very confident in like your decision making. I don't know if you think of yourself as a very confident person, just how you move, but like when it comes down to like what you know and making decisions, like you're good at that. Now your gift to other people is when other people doubt themselves with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands, not really knowing what to expect. You kind of help people find some confidence. Like you can normally be objective enough to kind of tell people like what their patterns are. Like, okay, well, this is likely to happen because of A, B, and C, and what you did last time, what you normally do, how you normally react. You're probably gonna do this. It's like how you talk to people, and so it kind of puts them at ease because you seem to know what's up. So you have a sense of like calming people down, so to speak. You have a way of calming people down, and people believe you because you're so smart. Woo! 2 more. How about that? We also have the Tower in reverse and the King of Wands. You take control, baby, when you need to avoid a crisis. It's like, I think Power One, I said, they're the people that you call whenever there is a crisis. You're the person that they should call whenever you're trying to avoid a crisis. You're good at crisis control. Like, that's your gift. You have a sense of taking leadership and leading people to the right place without them having to go to the dark, if that makes sense. But just wanted to keep this a rather quick reading about why people love you. I know y'all want to be seeing the cards and stuff, so I brought this little format. Let me know if you like it. Sound off in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, until next time, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 3? If you chose this pretty little mermaid, Merperson, welcome to your reading. Looking into what makes you so likable, what makes people fall in love with you, your good traits. I swear I didn't do this on purpose. I'm actually just now noticing this crazy shit. The mermaid in the, I swear I didn't do that on purpose. I literally just noticed that. That's crazy. The Page of Cups. So you actually may have an affinity for mermaids or just water in general. You may be a Pisces. You don't have to be a water sign in general or have it in your chart, but I'm mainly getting Pisces, Cancer vibes, less on the Scorpio, but you could be. But what I'm really picking up on, other than the signs don't really matter, is you have a really, really beautiful imagination and a beautiful soul. You have a beautiful soul. Something about you scream like crystal child, or just empath to the strongest degree. Like, I feel like you're very, very, very sensitive, and you kind of live in your own world when it comes down to, say, how you see things, how you perceive things. You believe the good in people. You want to see the best in the world. I feel like you can be a little aloof and maybe a little naive, but overall, I think that you're very emotionally intelligent. That's your gift, is that you can make people feel like you understand them to the point where they just feel seen, and it's a wonderful feeling for people who are around you. It's like a hug. You're almost like a mythical creature to some people. You're a little bit evasive. I feel like you don't stick around too long. You're not very clingy. People have a hard time maybe getting a hold of you. I feel like you have a lot of people who may want to date you as well, but you just kind of either don't have time, or you're not interested, or you just don't seem to be aware. But one of the other beautiful qualities about you is acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You're not very controlling. You're very passive in the sense of, like, you let people kind of take the lead. You kind of, it's like if someone tells you, hey, I want to be a superhero when I grow up, you're like, well, that's okay. Sure. Yeah. You don't really shit on people's parade. That's not your thing. You're very much a cheerleader. You're very much a supporter. And at the same time, I think people want to cater to you a little bit, and they may not have always wanted to. I feel like you kind of stand on your own 2 feet, and you show a certain sense of confidence in that emotional intelligence to the point where, like, you know your worth. And that's another thing. New Moon and Taurus, know your worth. You seem to not really put up with a whole lot of bullshit, but you're not mean about it. You just kind of cut people off. So it's like, that's something where people feel like they have to always kind of come at their A game if they want to have a friendly relationship with you or any kind of positive relationship with you, is to treat you like gold, because you are a diamond. You are. It's a very specific energy, and it's like, I just feel like you glow. I don't know what it is about you, and you're physically attractive. You do have, it's beautiful, not just your soul, but you are physically beautiful. Something about you is, at least. It could be your hair. It could be just, it could be anything. I don't like keeping the reading superficial, because so many people watch these. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but there's something about how you shine so bright that it makes you even look more physically attractive. You may smile a lot, or maybe really photogenic or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just looking, this one's weird. Dad jokes. You have a corny sense of humor. You like puns. You're goofy. You're literally goofy. You may see the world like a child, so to speak, or maybe very childish. No matter how old you are, there's something very youthful about you. You may even look a lot younger than you really are. That's the thing. But before we get into the tarot, I do want to pull an affirmation for you. And then we'll get into the tarot. Just an affirmation for pile number 3. Why do people fall in love with you? What is it about pile number 3? All right, so we have Archangel Raphael. I find balance within. I feel my feelings and embrace my emotions. That's it. Love swirls into my life, and I recognize repetitive patterns. I choose patterns of love, compassion, and kindness. I focus on my heart center. I treasure the lessons I learned through being in relationships with others. A true empath. A true empath. Wow. What is it about pile number 3 that makes them so likable? What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? We have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords. Oh, and the 5 of Cups. You seem to be an advocate for people who can't stick up for themselves, who feel rejected or depressed or abused. You seem to be somebody who kind of comes in and treats those people with the respect and kind of remind them that they have a light inside of them as well. You show a lot of compassion to people who are down on their luck. With the 5s, something about transitions. You're really good with helping people through transitions. You probably saved some lives and didn't even know it, just because of your presence with someone who was like maybe depressed. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? The 2 of Cups in reverse. The fact that there's something about you that's just like, even though you're so compassionate, there's something about you that's kind of evasive. Like it's almost like you like this feeling of like they can't have you. I don't know what that is, but you give off a vibe of like, I know you want me because you can't have me. It's almost like there's a mystery to you or something like that. You make people question themselves romantically. When people are into you, like say romantically, they have a crush on you, you make people question if they're good enough. And you may have like a lot of friends or a lot of close connections. So it's like people may feel like they have to compete or something like that. Or do they think I'm special because they treat everybody with the same level of compassion? They treat everyone like they matter. So do I matter? You have the Page of Cups and the Devil in reverse. You have the Page of Cups twice. You are very creative, friend. You're very creative, but you aren't very materialistic. And there's something about you that just seems so. You wouldn't hurt a fly. You don't like confrontations. You don't like toxic, mean type of energy. So it's like it makes it hard for people to not like you. People don't like you because of course they don't. No one likes. There's not one person on this earth where like everyone just likes them. That's just not how it is. But like even the people who don't like you, it's just because they wish they could probably be like you or be more like you. It's like. If you coming out like the sun, Like if your energy is as bright as the sun, it's like it makes sense that for people who spend a long time in the dark to find that energy of the sun to be a little bit annoying. You know how you go outside after being in the house for a long time in the dark for a long time, it hurts your eyes. Yeah, it's like that. They may find you to be a little bit perky, bubbly. In the Eight of Pentacles, and you are a very hard worker. You're a very hard worker, and you seem to know how to make even work fun, even the most mundane things fun. I think you're just that type of person. That's why people love you, pile number 3. I'm gonna stop it there. It's just a short reading. I know you'll be wanting to see the cards, so sound off in the comments. Let me know if you like this kind of format. Just want to switch it up for you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But yeah, until next time, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. Yeah.